recording today. And today's the 18th of December, and we start this new Christmas lesson. Yeah, of course, we have to do some Christmas lesson, of course. I'm sorry that Giovanna cannot join because she had a last minute meeting they put on the same time as our lesson. And Mila should arrive in a short time. Let's see if she's sending. No, she's not sending. Okay. No, she's not sending anything. Anyway, I'd like to start sharing with you something that I'm going to do with my teenagers, but actually, first of all, I want to say it is a very, very important news. I know that I had to ask the permission to share this important information, but even if I didn't ask to the, let's say, the main character of this story for permission, hoovering. Are you hoovering? I want to tell you this very, very beautiful story. That is, Rita has his certification of B2. Yeah! Rita got the B2.
Thank you.
Brava!
Brava, brava.
I understand it.
Brava!
Yeah.
Okay.
Amaila.
Brava Rita, brava Rita, Rita.
Brava, brava.
Brava.
I have a good, I'm lucky because I have a good teacher.
No, you work a lot. You really work hard. And when you work hard, and
the teacher is important.
The teacher is a part of it, but you are the only thing that is really worth. Because
In my personal opinion, teacher make a difference.
no, they don't. They don't actually. If it's your will that it really.
I think Rita is has said a very right thing, because teacher is very important. Then
it's important in the sense that makes you realize that you can do it. That's it. That's the only thing. But actually, it's you that you're doing it. It's just you. It's your willing. Anyway, Mila, Rita had the B2. Did you get it, Mila? Rita got the B2.
Wow!
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thanks.
Brava, brava.
I just have super students. I know.
One day we'll meet all together and we'll drink a lot.
We'll toast. We'll toast. Yeah, and we'll celebrate. Yeah.
Celebrate. Yes.
How many private lessons did you have just to arrive to win for the B2? How many lessons did you do? Did you do a private lessons with Paola?
Yeah.
Because I would like to. Non ho capito.
During the summer, I studied with Paola, teacher Paola, during July, August, and September and October.
Yes, 4 months.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
So you have studied for 4 months.
And yes,
How many lessons did you need?
A lot.
many, because the meetings that we have were just a part of our study, but she was studying, I think, every day. More or less.
More or less. I met Paola twice a week.
Yeah.
During the summer. Okay.
Okay. So today we're starting to do, first of all, a short, very short and warming up questionnaire about Christmas around the world. How much do we know about Christmas around the world, not just in Italy? So here we have some countries, and here are the traditions that they should be following. Let me make it bigger. Okay. And let's see if you know some of them. Okay. Rita, you're the one that has to start today.
Thank you. St. Nicholas brings presents on December 6th to good children and a bag of sticks for bad children.
In which country do you think this is happening?
St. Nicholas, in the north.
Yes, it's in a northern country. I mean, northern than Italy.
I don't know, Germany?
It's not Germany, not for the sticks at least, but it's the Czech Republic. Yeah,
Czech.
E.
Okay.
Yeah, the Czech Republic. Yes. Anna, number 2.
December 26th.
This 26th.
December 26th is called Boxing Day. It was traditionally a day to give a present to the poor. Boxing Day.
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day. I don't know. Germany?
No, Myla knows it because she's one of my older students. So, of course, if Myla knows it, that means that he has to be Great Britain. Can you tell us something more about Boxing Day, Myla, if you know
No,
it?
sto mangiando.
Okay. Is anybody else that knows about Boxing Day?
No.
No, why? So Boxing Day actually is a British tradition, and it started. There are various. It's not sure 100% it is for that, but 90% of cases they say that Boxing Day is because when in the last centuries the servants of our very rich houses were of course working on Christmas Day because they were their owners, they were celebrating Christmas and they need all the servants, so they had to celebrate their Christmas with their families the day after. That was the 26th. On the 26th, they were given, usually, everything was remaining from the Christmas lunch. Oh, wow. There's a big noise sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, and so all the remainings of the lunch for the
Christmas
people,
Day.
yeah, of Christmas Day, were be given to the servants to bring them at home with their families in a box. So Boxing Day, and even all the money they were gathering, they say that in the churches and anyway, always rich people, they were gathering some money, some coins, something like that, put in a box and bring them to poor people. So that's why it's called Boxing Day, because it's the day where everything was remaining from Christmas Day was devoted to poor people or people that were servants. Ok?
Servant, what's mean?
Servitù, personali di
servitù.
servizio, domestici.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 3, Anto. No, yes, Anna.
Tropical flowers are used in Christmas decoration, I think, in Costa Rica.
In
Tropical
Costa Rica,
flowers,
yes,
I think.
tropical, of course,
Questa
yes.
l'avrei
Yeah,
beccata.
yeah, that's easy. Mala, number 4.
The three kings arrive on the night of January the 5th to give present to children. Most towns have a carnival style
Yes.
parade.
Carnival style parade. Where is it happening? It must be a Christian country because the three kings, you know.
Boh, in Europa non mi sembra.
It is in Europe.
Spain.
Yeah?
They say that.
Honey.
Spain. They
Spain.
say that it's in Spain. Yes. Instead of our Befana, they got, of course, the three kings. They arrive in the night of the 5th.
Wow.
Yes. What's happening, Rita? Number 5.
On January 6th, a special almond cake with a toy crown inside is eaten. It's difficult.
I didn't know some of them. I didn't know at all.
I think
France.
France. I think France.
France. It is in France. It is in France.
Because my cousin
do it.
yes. This cake with a crown inside.
Okay, yes.
Royal crown.
Yes, and how is made usually? Is that something that can be cooked or is, I don't know, in which, how is made the crown, Anna?
I don't know. But she said me that is usually to make this cake.
Okay, okay, the shape, even the shape.
Yes.
I see. Okay, this is a French tradition.
French tradition, yes.
Yeah. Anna, go on.
Wooden decorations and candles are put in windows of homes. This could be Germany.
It is in Germany, yes. The typical wooden decorations that they are carved, you know, all carved around. And usually they put on the windows, on the doors, actually everywhere. Yeah. And candles, of course, the tradition of candles in Northern Europe. Okay, very nice. This, number 7, Anto.
The Christian population is between 4–6%, and big cities put up Christmas tree in China.
In China, yes. Just a few of them, they are Christian, but actually they, especially now that are very connected with other countries, like it wasn't before, you found Christmas trees almost everywhere. Okay, and Mila, number 8.
Pear trees grow here, and they always send the biggest and most beautiful tree to Boston in the USA. Canada?
Canada, yeah, they're coming from Canada, the pear trees.
What is the meaning of fear?
Pear trees is the tree that we use to make a Christmas tree. Diabete.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so let's go on something else. I'd like you to, so I have prepared for you, today we're going to see some videos about Christmas, but not the usual one. And then let's see and trying to see how is your comprehension But after the lesson, as the lesson just lasts for a short time, let's say an hour, it's a short time, I'm giving you anyway many links to visit, to see more and to know more about Christmas. So now I'm going to share with you my screen, my entire screen. So we start with something that is, this is a video, but I'm giving you other, many other links that you can see. I got so many here, they're open. Even some that are just made for kids, but actually like this one is made for kids, but actually is very nice. I mean, if you want to, you got quizzes, you got with all the answer, you got movie quiz that is nice. You got something that you can just open to enjoy a bit. Or does this site is very interesting because it's just called Why Christmas. And on Why Christmas, you find everything. Yesterday, I've been asked, what about Christmas crackers? I don't know if you know about Christmas crackers. Anna asked me yesterday about Christmas crackers, and I sent on the group of the other lessons of Thursday lessons, a link took just from this, taken just from this site, that is White Christmas, where you can find out everything is regarding British Christmas and American Christmas. Okay, so not all the Christmas tradition, there's even a part that is Christmas around the world, but you got everything. The story is nice because I've been using this in schools, especially if they are religious, because it's the story of the birth of Jesus Christ, made with cartoons. So even for kids is nice. And okay, but now we are starting. Of course, this is not considering at all this pandemic period. It's just pretending that nothing has happened, because this is not of this year, is another, but it's, I was thinking on Myla when I was watching this video, because it's how to host your first Christmas dinner. And I think that sooner or later you have to host a Christmas dinner at home. So here there are some very good suggestions to follow. Okay, let's start.
Sorry Paola,
Yes.
Stai registrando?
Yes.
Am I? Yes, am I? Yes.
Yes, okay.
La segretaria,
Non vedevo il pallino rosso.
Yeah, because I put it underneath here.
Okay.
I put it underneath. Okay, so let's go and watch it. If you can silent, I put you on silent so you can listen to the video better, all of you. Whole screen. No, it's unavailable. Okay.
How to host your first Christmas dinner. These tips and tricks will help you pull together a fabulous celebration without losing your holiday spirit or your mind. You will need adequate seating and tableware, all the family's favorite food, Christmas ornaments or bunches of red and green grapes, and candles. Optional, a cleaning service. Step 1. Figure out if you have enough chairs, seating space, and tableware. Borrow from friends and neighbors to fill any holes, or check out a thrift store. If you don't need or want it afterwards, donate it back. Throw some cushions on the floor around your coffee table and let little guests seat there.
Of course, we will have some. Step
2. Call your guests so you have a handle on how many people are coming and an excuse to fish for contributions. People often want to contribute, especially if it ensures that their holiday favorite will be on the table. Step 3. Don't be shy about asking for assistance before, during, and after. You'll need all the help you can preparing the food, getting your home ready, serving, and cleaning up afterwards. If your budget allows it, hire a cleaning service a day or two before. Step 4. Honor family traditions, even if you personally think that eggnog is nauseating and fruitcake isn't really dessert. If it's important to someone, serve it, and let them take the leftovers home. Step 5. Finalize your menu and go shopping. Figure out what you can make a day or two ahead so that the big day is not such a rush. And remember, now is not the time to attempt a dish you've never tried. Step 6. When it comes to dinner, don't surprise your guests with tofurkey if they've always had a Christmas ham. If you want to serve something different, make it in addition to, not instead of, the family favorite. Plan on these per person servings. 1 pound of meat, a half cup of potatoes, a half a cup of each vegetable side dish, 2 dinner rolls, an eighth of a pie or cake, and 3 of each kind of cookie. Step 7. Make a simple table centerpiece out of a bowl of ornaments in 2 colors, like gold and red, or a bowl filled with bunches of red and green grapes, perhaps surrounding a pillar candle. Line the table with votive candles. You're all set. Did you know? Candy canes evolved from candy crooks, a sweet invented in 17th century Germany to keep children quiet during Christmas church services.
Okay, so now you could unmute yourself. Okay. Please, thank you all of you. Okay, of course, this is an American video, so even the accent and the way of speaking was American, wasn't British, and the tradition was American, wasn't British at all. But I mean, let's try to see now if you understand it. Okay?
Io non ho capito nulla.
Nulla, because
Zero, ma non si sentiva proprio. Quello che si sentiva non si capiva, almeno io,
Ha ragione, era un pessimo audio.
No, non riuscivo manco a capire quello che faceva, perché...
Allora, proviamo a metterlo, a vederlo con i transcript, but the thing is that our closed captions, sapete che sono i sottotitoli che sono generati automaticamente, per cui con enormi possibilità di errori, perché non sono i sottotitoli fatti direttamente da chi ha fatto il video, per cui con effettivamente quello che c'è scritto, ma sono sottotitoli generati automaticamente. Se la pronuncia e le pause non sono più che corrette, chiaramente leggerete nei sottotitoli qualcosa di diverso rispetto a quello che dice. Però comunque ci danno un'idea di quello che sta dicendo e delle parole che dice. Poi non vi state a fossilizzare su errori o su cose che non hanno senso. Quando non ha senso vuol dire che il caption è preso male, ovviamente. Allora proviamo a rivederlo così con le captions.
How to host your first Christmas dinner. These tips and tricks will help you pull together a fabulous celebration without losing your holiday spirit or your mind. You will need adequate seating and tableware, all the family's favorite foods, Christmas ornaments or bunches of red and green grapes, and candles. Optional, a cleaning service. Step 1. Figure out if you have enough chairs, seating space, and tableware. Borrow from friends and neighbors to fill any holes, or check out a thrift store. If you don't need or want it afterwards, donate it back. Throw some cushions on the floor around your coffee table and let little guests eat there. Step 2. Call your guests so you have a handle on how many people are coming and an excuse to fish for contributions. People often want to contribute, especially if it ensures that their holiday favorite will be on the table. Step 3. Don't be shy about asking for assistance before, during, and after. You'll need all the help you can preparing the food, getting your home ready, serving, and cleaning up afterwards. If your budget allows it, hire a cleaning service a day or two before. Step 4. Honor family traditions, even if you personally think that eggnog is nauseating and fruitcake isn't really dessert. If it's important to someone, serve it, and let them take the leftovers home. Step 5. Finalize your menu and go shopping. Figure out what you can make a day or two ahead so that the big day is not such a rush. And remember, now is not the time to attempt a dish you've never tried. Step 6. When it comes to dinner, don't surprise your guests with tofurkey if they've always had a Christmas ham. If you want to serve something different, make it in addition to, not instead of, the family favorite. Plan on these per person servings. 1 pound of meat, a half cup of potatoes, a half a cup of each vegetable side dish, 2 dinner rolls, an eighth of a pie or cake, and 3 of each kind of cookie. Step 7. Make a simple table centerpiece out of a bowl of ornaments in 2 colors, like gold and red, or a bowl filled with bunches of red and green grapes, perhaps surrounding a pillar candle. Line the table with votive candles. You're all set. Did you know? Candy canes evolved from candied crooks, a sweet invented in 17th century Germany to keep children quiet during Christmas church services.
Was it better now?
Yes.
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay, because it was very fast anyway. Very fast. Of course, this is not made for learning English. It's just made, I mean, in some site that they, how to us, you see this site, that is Howcast. So it's like just a magazine. So it's not made to learn English. But let's see if what we understood. And anyway, I'm preparing now the show answers. So each time we decide an answer, then we read the answer and why, with all the explanation to discuss about. Okay, Rita, can you read the first one?
Which of these things does the video say you will need to host a Christmas dinner? B. Christmas ornaments.
Yes, it's Christmas ornaments actually, because the video doesn't say that you will need a cleaning service. It suggests using one as an optional extra, and music isn't mentioned either. Okay, let's go next. Anna.
Which of these things are you instructed to do for step 1? Allora, call your guest to find out how many people are coming. Work out if you have ask people to help out. B, work out if you have adequate sitting.
That's it. That's it. Actually, they mentioned all of them, but the order, the step 1, is to have adequate sitting. You need to work out how much sitting and tableware you have first before you start inviting people. So the maximum of people you can actually host at your home. Anto.
True or false? The video suggests asking guests to contribute something to the meal. The video doesn't say. True, it's true.
Is actually true, because they say that actually guests are often happy to contribute something to the meal, especially if it means that their favorite dish will be on the table. So each one is preparing his own favorite food to be sure at least to eat something. Okay, number 4, Mala.
The video suggests asking guests to help out with preparing, serving the meal, and cleaning up. True.
Is that true?
No?
I don't remember. What do you
Doesn't
think,
say.
girls? I think that the video doesn't say. No, you were right. I was wrong. They say, I was distracted. Sorry. Yeah, recommends that you ask guests to help out. Hosting a Christmas meal involves a lot of work. Yeah, you know, you're very in the mood of it. Rita.
True or false, the video suggests preparing some dishes a day or 2 in advance. Make a list, but false.
You think false? I think it was true. And this time I was right. Yeah, I was right. because actually the video recommends preparing some dishes a day or two in advance to make your life easier on the day, because there will be a lot of a job to do. Anna.
Which of these traditional Christmas food is not mentioned in the video?
Not mentioned.
Not mentioned. Allora, fruit cake, sì. Eggnog, queste sono le uova.
You don't know about eggnog?
Christmas pudding.
Yeah, it's the Christmas pudding that didn't mention, just because it's a British cake, and the rest is used in America. So the fruit cake is similar to the Christmas pudding, but it's not. The Christmas pudding is something different. The eggnog, don't you know the eggnog? Anybody of you knows?
No.
No. Actually, the eggnog is a kind of drinking that you are doing. It's very similar to our zabaione, but it's not. The recipe is slightly different, and anyways just used for Christmas, and it's very alcoholic, very much alcoholic. You put egg, of course, and something else. I don't know the exact recipe, but you can find it everywhere in the web. And actually both the fruit cake and the eggnog, they are things that people, they don't like to eat, like the Christmas pudding. Christmas pudding is not mentioned. There's a comedian, a British comedian that is making, so if you are watching in my page, the group, Blues group on the Facebook, I always put some of his shows. It's called McIntyre, I think. Do you know this comedian?
No.
No.
I have to link for you some videos, and it's so funny, really funny. Actually, you can try to watch it with subtitles, and one of his shows is mentioning that usually on Christmas Day, especially British people, their tradition obliges them to eat what they wouldn't never eat in their life. I mean, they don't go to the restaurant usually and they ask for this Christmas pudding that is actually a bit sticky. I mean, it's not good. But it's very nice. I have to link it to you. Number 7.
How much meat will you need per person serving? B. The video suggested to give per person one lb. Even if I don't know what does it means lb.
Libras.
Libra is una cosa di misura.
Yes. Or ounce.
B. For me is B.
B. Yes, that's it. Because it's giving you a list to know how much shopping you need, how much you should give to each person. Okay, so this is the amount. That is number 7. The video suggests that you should allow 1 liber meat per person. That is more or less, you know, the conversion.
How much is a 1 liber? How much?
I don't know exactly, but for meat, I think it's about 2 hectograms, more or less.
2 hectograms?
I think so. I have to check it. Because I don't have because I'm quite prepared about the liquid, conversion of liquids, you know, when for the pint, but not with this. This is the imperial system that Antonella was, is the imperial system, because it came from the imperial times where we
454 kg.
so it's less than half a kilo.
Mezzo chilo.
Yes, less than half a kilo. That is a lot. I think.
Yes.
Insomma,
Mezzo
per chi sta a dieta poi è proprio
Yes,
un'esagerazione.
but it wasn't just that, because there was a list. So that, then sweet, then vegetables, then potatoes.
Vabbè.
No.
Consider that they don't include any pasta.
Right.
Vabbè.
Yeah. But anyway, still a lot. Okay, Myla.
Where did the candy canes originated from? Germany.
You know why? Do you remember why?
No.
Any
It's
really
7.
remember?
Children in the church
Imagine.
say
In the 17th century.
Yes, to keep children quiet during
in
service.
church, stare tranquilli, non mi
Yeah, to keep them quiet.
Quiet.
To keep them
To keep
quiet
them
yeah,
quiet.
during the celebration, during the church services. Yes, to keep them quiet. In fact, yes, candy canes originated from a 17th century German sweet, which was given to children during Christmas services to keep them quiet. Okay, very good. Very good. So that was a first thing. Then, oh, this is a very interesting video. This is completely British. So even the accent, both of the speakers and the people they are interviewing, they are very understandable. Much more, I think, than the American accent, and less fast, not so fast. Okay, but is a different point of view. It's not about Christmas, even if it's talking about Christmas period, but it's called London Christmas Shoppers Wander Over Bus Danger. What do you think it means? What do you think it could mean? One over bus danger. What kind of danger can be represented by buses?
Rubare? To steal? No.
To steal in the buses, that is one, yes, but not really, not for pickpockets. Do you have any idea? No, let's watch the video.
On London's Oxford Street, the Christmas lights are up, the shoppers are out in force, and retailers are eyeing their cash registers. But pedestrians are not alone on one of Europe's busiest shopping streets. Buses are there too, almost 300 an hour. 3 years ago, Tom Carney was walking back to his office via Oxford Street when he was hit by a bus. The accident was captured on closed circuit TV.
I was standing on the curb right there, waiting to cross the street, when a bus going 16 miles or 20 miles an hour hit the back of my head. It popped both my lungs and threw me about 20 feet in the air, sending me straight to a deep coma.
Carney blames the bus driver, but a police investigation did not result in any charges. Government figures show the number of accidents involving buses on Oxford Street is 35 times greater than the average of other London streets. More than 200 people have been killed or seriously injured since 2000 in encounters with buses there. Carney recovered and is now campaigning for improved safety on this famous street.
If you look at what Mayor Bloomberg has done in New York City with Broadway and Times Square, if you look at what other cities have done across Europe, Vienna, Istanbul, they've pedestrianized major thoroughfares to allow people to walk and shop in peace and without danger.
The Greater London Authority will have the final say on banning buses or pedestrianising Oxford Street. Stephen Knight is an elected London Assembly member. He agrees with Carney.
What Oxford Street desperately needs is a pedestrianised environment so that people can enjoy shopping in one of Europe's premier shopping districts, not just for road safety reasons, although that's obviously very critical. There are huge air quality issues.
Transport for London oversees public transportation across the capital. Leon Daniels is in charge of surface transport.
So it's not viable to stop the buses at either end. It really is, as I said, difficult to divert them into the surrounding streets. So we want them there in the centre of Oxford Street, which is where the passengers want them.
Tourists visiting Oxford Street have mixed views.
It's crowded, but on the other hand, it's not stressful or chaotic, and the traffic is flowing freely.
It's a little bit more different than Vancouver, but I actually really like it.
The new West End company, which represents retailers on Oxford Street, says its members want the road pedestrianised. And Carney won't stop fighting to ban one of London's most iconic symbols from one of its most famous streets. Henry Ridgewell for VOA News, Oxford Street, London.
Okay, this was, of course, an article from the TV, the British TV, CCTV. Okay, and here afterward, I will send you all the links. You can find out all the text that you have here. Okay. But what did you get from it, Rita? What do you think was the problem?
In the during the Christmas time, the British buses have a lot of incident with the pedestrians.
Yes, accident with pedestrians. Yes, so many. Yeah.
Sa che quest'anno però c'hanno poco da
Here, I think they don't.
chiusa a casa.
The death.
That they want, and actually is quite astonishing. They say more than 300 or 200 people injured or died in that period in the last, starting from the 2000. That's really, I mean, buses on Oxford Street, they really go slow. So the thing is that I think that pedestrians in Great Britain are not careful as we are, because we are very careful, because our drivers, not bus drivers, but our drivers in general, they never respect pedestrians. So even when you cross on a zebra crossing, you are very careful and you watch yourself. Whilst the habit in Great Britain, if you have a pedestrian crossing, you just go, you don't even watch it, because you know that every single car, it's stopping there, so you're safe. Probably with the buses, it's not the same, because the buses, they don't see so well like a car. So sometimes it's not possible to see a pedestrian crossing at the last minute, and you should be more careful. What do you think?
I'm sorry, Paolo, but don't they use bus lane?
They do use bus lane, but anyway, there are some zebra crossing, and pedestrians are crossing anyway, and sometimes they cross where they are not allowed to because of the shopping, you know, the shopping moment. Maybe you are too distracted, and that's why the buses are hitting them.
But if every year happens that 200 and more people
not
die,
every year, they say that is from 2000, in the last 20 years.
In the last 20 years it happens.
Yeah.
Why are not they, don't take care of themselves? I think they could be more careful and to watch while they cross.
The thing is that usually, as it's not people responsibility, and then I think it's much more, they think it's much more easier to find government solution than trying to teach people to behave in a different way. And you know, that is very true, sorry, everywhere.
Dovrebbero essere più educati, insomma, ci dovrebbe esserci una campagna di educazione da parte del governo, dici?
Yeah, I think, no, I think that is much more easier to propose new laws than to educate people. Usually this is what we also do. Sorry.
Stai
Did you get it?
malando.
No, I got something in my throat. So I'm taking a sweat. Did you get what I say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you agree?
Yes.
Come on, speak. Say something.
Since we are used to watch on the left, on the right, when we cross, I think if I should be in London, I would.
Do the same.
Okay. I think that just not to have any problem. Just if I cross, I'm sure not to be put under the bus. I think, but
it's a matter of culture. I think it's just a matter of culture. Because if you are used in your country, you're always very careful. And southern you go, the more careful you are. And yeah, because if you are in Naples, for example, you have to be really careful, really careful.
Even in Rome.
Even in Rome, everywhere.
Yeah.
So, Milano too.
Milano too is the same.
In
I
the
mean,
same.
Italy. But actually there is different. So I think that is the main reason. Because, and then you cannot change the culture from one day to another. If the culture, if they are used every single day to cross the road like this, they would never change for a period of time. So it's much easier. They change the rules and they do. But the thing is, how do they, are the shopping centers and shops, they do agree with this proposal of making it Oxford Street pedestrian? What did you think?
I think it would be a very good idea.
And what do they think? Did you get it?
Non ho capito che hai chiesto, però.
I commercianti cosa ne pensano?
No, no, I think they don't want, because I don't know why commercial people prefer to have the car and the buses that passes in the street instead of rendere la strada pedonale, rendere non so come si dice. To take the pedestrian street. It should be, I think it should be better, because if people can walk in the street, it's more simple that they can stop and watch the windows, no?
That's it. That's why at the end of the article, they say the new West End company, which represents Oxford Street's retailers, so the sellers, retailers, says that its members want the road pedestrianized, and Tolkien is determined not to stop fighting to ban one of the London's most iconic symbols from one of its famous streets. Okay,
they are more intelligent than our retailers, because in Italy, especially in Rome, the retailers don't want to do pedestrian street, because they think, and I think that they are stupid, they think that if there is not the movement of the cars, maybe they don't sell, and it is not true.
It's not true. But then the real reason is said by this Leon Daniels, that is is in charge of surface transport. It is not viable to stop the buses at either end. It is difficult to divert them into the surrounding streets. So we want them there in the center of Oxford Street, which is where passengers want them. Actually, do you know Oxford Street?
No, I don't.
Anybody
know?
No,
I don't know.
Not on you. So Oxford Street is huge, is really big road, but all the roads that are near Oxford Street, I mean, all the other road, they are very small. So actually, to divert and change the itinerary of buses, it would be impossible. You have to do all a big road along. But actually, if you watch at the map, of London, you immediately understand why this is not possible. So I think that this is one of those problems they continuously. Not this year. This year it won't be any problem.
Anyway, they have the subway, so people can move with the subway, and they can arrive not just in Oxford Road, but they can arrive
in Oxford Street. There are 3 subway stops.
E allora che vogliono?
One at the beginning, one in the middle, one at the end.
E allora che vogliono? Cioè, we don't have the subway in Rome, so we could have the problem. Sometimes we have the subway that arrives in the Spanish Steps, but it has been closed for many months. So we have a lot of problems.
You know, everywhere you go, you got the same problems to face. There's one part of the population that they say something and another part that says something else. But actually, they could even close. I mean, the buses are slow. They're very nice, of course, because you can watch the town. But actually, you got the underground here, so you don't really need it. Antonella's gone. She's full. Okay. Okay, let's go to something different. Oh, this is something that I'm going to give it to you because it's a quiz. It's hunting for bargain in Paris, the Van V's traditional flea market. You know that in Paris there are many markets. They were. Anyway, this is about a flea market in Paris, le marché aux puces. Credo che si dica. Il mercato delle pulci. And then this is something, an exercise you could do. You can read the various paragraphs, this, and there's no video, and this, and then trying to get the quiz, okay? This is something that I'm going to send it to you. Another thing that I'm going to send to you is this. That is another video. And this is, of course, in American, because it's a listening activity about the Washington Christmas Reveille, will help you to practice your listening skills. And it's more or less the same that we did previously. So you got, you know, and try to, of course, if you do it by yourself, probably the listening is better, especially if you put a pair of headphones, you can listen better. And so I'm giving you all these links. But anyway, I can give you this page that I'm sharing to you. Look, these are all lessons about Christmas. So, okay, Antonella's back. So she's been around for a while. Okay. Antonella, welcome back.
Scusa, mi si è la comunicazione.
Did you heart? Are you okay? Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so this link, of course, they are divided into levels. So don't go here. Don't go here. But don't go even here, upper level. But you can go here. So, and if you see more live lessons, so we've been to do this and this. But you got so many other exercises to watch, okay? That I'm going to send it to you. Do you know the the Oxfam?
Oxfam?
Oxfam Association.
No.
It is a big, one of the biggest charity association in England. And it was... No, you don't. So, Oxfam is, this is the online shop, of course, of the Oxfam. But Oxfam is a big organization that was born after the Second World War, or the first, I think even the First World War, to give support and help to all those people that were in trouble in England after the war. So it's a charity association, and one of them, they have created a chain of shops all around the country. They're called Oxfam because they start from Oxford, and they are very similar to our negozi ecosolidali or something like that, when you found second-hand stuff, a lot of second-hand stuff. So they gather like Caritas.
Okay.
But they do make this market profitable. So they gather all the things that people are giving to them, or not just people, but you know, shops and big stores. They just give for free something, and they start and they put in a proper way, and they sell in their shops. So there's a lot of second-hand and even sustainable stuff they sell. And now in the recent, I think more than 10 years, they started to sell online. Of course, this is usually a UK delivery. I don't know if they do overseas delivery. But if you go, you see, but you got cards, because the cards, they got everything, pulp, soaps, and etc. And that's, I want to send you something about this Oxfam. And what else? I think that I told you almost more or less everything. I'm going to send you all this stuff because you can just link in and read, okay, like we did it now. And then when you listen, probably you listen carefully, and you can listen to it once, twice, as many times as you need. Okay, so our next appointments, let's see the calendar. Okay, the 22nd in the morning, we are all here, I hope.
Io non
Rita?
ci sono.
You're not?
No.
Sorry.
How is possible?
Tipo le faccine su WhatsApp, no?
Are you living?
Io ho trovato il posto della parrucchiera solo a quell'ora.
Okay, I did it yesterday.
Devo andare.
My color is fantastic today. No white, I can even do like this. No white hair today. And you are working, Rita?
Yes, the last day.
The last day. Okay. Yes, okay. Yeah, because I cannot even move on the other day. Do you want we do the 23rd in the morning? Because I have
no problem.
Because on the 23rd I'm busy. They canceled my lesson at school, and I'm busy at 11 o'clock. but from 10 to 11 we can have a meeting.
Io penso di fare lezione la mattina con le ragazze.
Okay, okay, leave it the 22nd, no problem.
Ma
We will record.
Monday?
Monday I'm at school in the morning.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
A
I still have the last lesson at school.
me la guardo, fate lezione il 22, me la guardo.
Ma invece farle dalle... Tu a che ora ce l'hai il parrucchiere?
Alle 11.
E invece fare la
9
lezione
o'clock.
prima non ci si riesce? Non
9
riesci a
o'clock.
farla prima?
No,
9 o'clock?
perché a Milano, quindi ci vuole un po' per arrivare.
No, dico, ma sì, non dico, ma se uno fa dalle 9 alle 10, tu se sei libera alle 10, poi alle 11 non riesci a essere per tempo dal parrucchiere?
A fare dalle 9 alle 10?
Se per Paola non è un problema e per le altre figliuole non è un problema.
For one day
alle 9?
I can survive very early, but I can
Giusto perché un
survive.
attimo che ti richiudono il parrucchiere non si sa se lo rivedi,
Esatto.
E infatti non ho potuto andarci fino adesso perché...
Giusto perché stai a Milano, bella!
Sei leonessa, sei diventata leonina.
Esatto, guarda qua.
Sì. Possiamo fare se volete alle 9. Te hai vabbè, Rita purtroppo è tutta la mattina.
E il pomeriggio, Rita, lavori?
Yes.
Pure il pomeriggio?
Tutto il giorno? No.
Yes.
E quando saresti disponibile tu?
23rd, ma it's not
La
problem
mattina.
for me. 23rd, yes.
Io in questo momento non ho proprio problemi, quindi per me quando volete.
Maila, tu fai lezione invece il 23 mattina?
Sì, dovrei farla la mattina, sì.
Mm-mm.
Però vi ho detto a che ora il 23?
Il 23 io entro le 11 devo farla, per cui o alle 9 o alle 10. Se la facciamo il 23 alle 9 ci svegliamo tutte presto e poi andiamo a fare la spesa?
Va benissimo.
Anche perché ci
Per
sarà
me-
il
per me-
mondo a fare la
Così c'è
spesa.
anche Rita, ci stanno tutti.
Per me il 23 alle 9 di mattina andrebbe perfetto.
Facciamo?
Bene.
Let's do it. Dai,
Ok.
Dai.
Lo dovete ricordare 8 volte, eh?
Ora lo scriviamo, la più brava, la prima che arriva lo scrive sul gruppo.
Che non sono io, quindi andate
Non sei
sereni.
te neanch'io. Per cui Anna probabilmente, o Rita, che le vedo più.
Visto che è per colpa mia che vi dovete alzare.
Oh, brava, sentiti responsabile.
Brava, ok.
Esatto,
Allora, il
sensi di
23 alle
colpa.
9, così ci facciamo gli auguri, insomma, facciamo un po'
Sì.
una cosetta insieme, dai.
E poi ci
Vedrete
vediamo
la
nel
mia
pomeriggio.
E poi nel pomeriggio, ok, chi è a Roma,
Va bene.
ci vediamo per vedere il
Va
film.
bene.
E Rita e Anna se lo vedono nello stesso
Su
momento,
Netflix.
così siamo col cuore vicine. Dopodiché, ok, il 25 direi di no, però il 29 ci rivediamo.
Va bene.
Normale.
Sì.
Il 29 torna tutto
Alle
normale.
11, va bene.
Alle 11 e poi
10:30?
10:30 e 11, per me è lo stesso.
facciamo 10:30?
Va bene, alle 10:30 non se ne parli più.
Sì,
Rita,
sì,
ci
se no-
sarai perché sei in vacanza, spero, eh?
Yes.
Tanto a Napoli non puoi andare, ahimè. Non se ne parla proprio. Ok.
No.
Quindi 10:30 del 29
Ok.
E 9 del 23.
Brave.
e alle 9 del 23. Va
Brave,
benissimo.
scrivete tutto nel gruppo.
Bravi.
Così anche Giovanna si adegua, perché oggi Giovanna ha avuto questo meeting last minute che le hanno piazzato e insomma vediamo, aspettate che interrompo la condivisione così ci vediamo tutte bene. Ok ragazze, ok my
Grazie.
sweet girls, thanks to you and see you next time. Big
Ok, thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.